It is impossible to win if you're not on your own team. This is something that I talk about a lot on this channel, which is obviously prioritizing yourself, being your own best friend, being on your own team. And I'm talking from experience here. That's why you can literally trust me when I say this. You cannot win if you are not on your own team. I was on my team on and off for the last, I think, like 10 years or so. There were times where I treated myself as my own best friend, and there were times where I didn't. In those times where I literally worked on my self concept, where I worked on my love for myself, loving me unconditionally, respecting myself, and just knowing my worth. Those times were the happiest I've ever been. Weirdly, that's when I was literally attracting high vibe people into my life. I was literally getting anything I wanted. So if I literally had a thought in my head, like a certain amount of money or just a video of mine going viral, like it suddenly just happened. So I was literally manifesting things really quickly because I was on my own team. I was basically just working with myself for myself. And in times where I started neglecting myself, where I was treating myself literally like an enemy, there was no self love, there was no self respect. I just didn't see any value in myself. And that's when everything went to shit. Relationships suddenly didn't work anymore. People suddenly started treating me differently. I was having no social life. I was starting to get really depressed. My anxiety was going through the roof. When I tried to manifest things, those things weren't showing up because my vibration was so freaking low. And after my first major breakup that I had, I was really broken at that time, guys. I'm not going to lie, because I moved literally countries for that girl. I was engaged. We've been together for nearly 6 years. We had 2 dogs together, so you can imagine how difficult it was for me to kind of leave that relationship behind, starting to be okay by being myself and moving back to my home country again, which is Germany. I moved to the UK back then. It was really, really tough, but I had basically two choices. One choice was drown in self-pity, lock myself in my room, cry all day and not do anything about it. The other choice I had was learning, growing, getting up again, and just fighting my way through it. And that's exactly what I did. So I started like looking into spirituality. That's actually when I had my spiritual awakening, and I found out about manifestation. And there were just a lot of things that suddenly came to me. Like I said before, like I started literally treating myself as my own best friend, because everyone was talking about vibration and how important it is to get the things that you want in your life. And I started meditating. I started literally opening my heart chakra and feeling love for myself, feeling love for my family, feeling love for just everyone, even for people who betrayed me and didn't treat me well. And especially forgiveness and gratitude. I started being grateful for the things that I already have in my life instead of focusing on the things that I do not have. Things quickly turned around for me. Suddenly I met another girl which I had a really beautiful relationship with for like the past 3 years. I've met a lot of new people. I had a lot of new friends that I started hanging out with, that were literally just high white people. Everything in my life was getting better until I lost my focus again. I stopped working on my self-love. I stopped working with myself, for myself. I stopped being on my own team. And that's when that negative spiral came back. And then I went through another breakup, another move back home, financial issues, and I had no social life. So this whole cycle just literally repeated itself. Something that I went through like 4 years ago, it repeated itself, but just with different people. I literally just sat down and really, really thought about it. Like, what is happening? Why is this pattern constantly happening in my life? And I just started reflecting. I started reflecting on the first breakup I had and how I felt at that time, how I was treating myself at that time. And I just realized, yo, I wasn't being on my own team. I stopped working on myself. I stopped treating myself like my own best friend, and I put the focus on other people. And when I brought that focus back to myself, suddenly everything was getting better. So this is exactly what I have to do now. And this is exactly what I started to do. I said, all right, enough is enough. And this time I'm not letting this happen again, because this time I'm gonna stay on my team 100%, 101%. I'm gonna stay on my team, and I'm never ever going to leave my team ever again. I'll keep working on myself for myself, and this is exactly something that you have to do. If things are not going great in your life, if you are struggling in different areas of your life, guys, really reflect on the relationship you have with yourself, because it all starts with yourself. And this took me way too fucking long to understand, but now I finally got it. And now I understand how important this relationship with you is. Once you literally become your own best friend, and once you play on your own team, everything around you is going to change. People are going to treat you differently. Opportunities are just going to fall into your lap, and just everything is going to be so much better. But nothing is going to change, not until you change. So work on that. I hope this video helps. And as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And peace.